In what ways does your media project use, develop or challenge forms and conventions of real media products? The first opening scene code and convention that our thriller uses is our production company logo. This is used so that people know who is bringing the film to them to give an idea of what to expect. We decided on the name Capital Cinema as Capital has the connotations of being at the top of its game. We also made sure that we included the logo of the distribution company, as this is also needed in the opening. We chose Coke Media because it's an unborn independent distributor in Europe and has had great success with thrillers in the past. An establishing shot is used in order to indicate the setting in our opening. As you can see, it's set in an ordinary suburb. It's common for thrillers to be set in everyday places as it makes what happens seem more shocking and out of place. We got the idea to set our film in city suburbs from the popular thriller Casino Royale, as this also has a city setting. One thriller coding convention we have challenged is the identity of the villains. Usually in thrillers, the identity is known all along. We took inspiration from the thriller Kill Bill, where you don't see the villain's face, you only hear his voice. By using this technique with our gang members, it raises questions in the narrative so the viewer wants to watch on. We achieved this through our framing and positioning, as we ensured you could only see part of the villains' faces. It's also necessary for credits to be used in an opening sequence, as positioned in the bottom left corner of the screen and they fade in and out. We got this idea from the thriller Face Off, as we felt it used titles appropriately but without being too distracted from the action. This is also the reason we use colour white, as it's contrasting to the low-key lighting used in our opening, which meets the thriller code and convention of the idea that black and white symbolises good versus evil. Another opening scene code and convention is an indication of what time period the thriller is set in. I think it's clear that our thriller is set in modern day as cars are shown to drive past in the street, and later on a mobile phone is used. The clothes worn are also modern styles. An opening scene code and convention I believe we have challenged in our opening is that we haven't indicated a clear main character, as you would expect our female character to be the film's hero, yet she dies at the end of the opening. We decided to do this as we believed it would be intriguing to a viewer, as it raises questions right from the beginning. Usually, hero characters in thrillers are males, so I feel by having a female hero, we are developing this particular idea to suit modern society. We have also challenged the thriller coding convention by having one of our villain characters be female. We felt this added diversity to our opening and presented the idea that anyone could be involved with this crime, so no one should be trusted. We did adhere to the convention that thrillers should include an aspect to the theme of identity, as the identity of our villains is hidden. We also included the popular thriller idea of obsession through the dialogue of the villains, as you can tell that they are completely set with the need to carry out this plan. As the chase now begins, the score starts to become a lot tenser. Music that builds tension slowly is a thriller coding convention. This is why we decided to start with a deep ambient sound before beginning our tense drum beat score during the chase. If we'd started the tense music too early, it's too foreboding and the audience can expect something bad will happen. A chase scene is a code and convention of the genre, so we included a cat and mouse chase in our opening, which was an effective way in building tension. We achieved this through the use of cross-cutting between the hero and the gang members, along with short takes to keep the action fast-paced. As a viewer, this constantly keeps you on the edge of your seat. We took inspiration for the idea of a chase scene from the thriller The Bourne Identity, as this includes a similar situation. Another opening scene code and convention is to set the mood and the tone. We did this through the low-key lighting used in the opening of our thriller. By setting our thriller at dusk, we felt it presented the idea that as the day got nearer to its end, something bad would happen. This has challenged the ideas set forth by popular thrillers, as most are set at night. We wanted to make our narrative believable that a female character of this age would be walking alone at this time of day. Otherwise, our opening could have seemed unrealistic and therefore less enjoyable. The shadows created by low-key lighting are a thriller coding convention, which we have used as it creates an eerie atmosphere. Our hero is seen to be wearing a light-coloured scarf which contrasts to the black worn by the villains, which again uses the convention of black and white, which is representing good versus evil. We got the idea of the hero's outfit from the thriller Taken, whilst the black outfits worn by the gang members are inspired by those of the gang in Sin City. We also added the Kia Luma effect over the shots of the gang members to make them darker and therefore more threatening. The gun shown in this close-up was used as a prop for the gang members, as guns are another code and convention of the genre. We took inspiration from the thriller Face Off, as we ensured this made the genre of our opening as clear as possible. Tension and suspense is often used at the climax of a thriller, so to achieve this we use a handheld camera along with high-angled shots to make the hero character look scared and weak. This makes the audience think that she will not succeed in time, so when we then cut to a slow motion shot to show her success, the viewer is lulled into a full sense of relief. This is then abruptly stopped as it's revealed in the next shot that she has not escaped. This rollercoaster of emotions for the viewer makes the viewing experience as engaging as possible. We took this idea from The Bourne Identity, as you believe he has also escaped before it's revealed that there's another obstacle in his path. Opening scenes also include shocking events. In ours, this is the death of the hero character, as you expect it to be the hero of the entire film. We decided to do this as it raises questions in the narrative to keep the viewer's complete attention. An event in our opening that develops typical thriller ideas is the idea of having the evidence stored on the phone's memory card, as you usually find in thrillers that the evidence is stored in things such as folders and files. We felt that by storing it on a phone's memory card, it added a modern twist to the idea that would resonate better with audiences. This is similar to the thriller Taken, which also uses a phone as a means of finding the villain. Another opening scene coded convention is the raising of questions in the narrative. Our thriller does this as you wonder whether the gang will actually be able to carry out their plan, or if the police will discover it in the rest of the film. Finally, we include the opening scene coded convention of having the film's title appear. We decided on the title Enigma as it means a mystery or situation that is hard to solve, which we thought would intrigue viewers into seeing whether the gang's plot is discovered or not. Again, black and white is used to represent the good and evil. We got the idea of this format of the title from the beginning of Kill Bill, as he found it to be suited well to the narrative and genre.